Okay, hey everybody. So this is my very first time using Screencast-O-Matic screen recorder. It was really very simple to get into. I just went to the website screencastomatic.com and clicked on start recording, and this is the screen that came up. All I did after that was click launch recorder, and it downloads the recording device. And once it's ready, you click and go. So here we go. I'm going to take you to Schoology, which is the site that we use for our school programs. It looks a lot like Facebook, and it's brand new to everybody this year. So our whole new school, we used to use Moodle, which you're probably not familiar with, or maybe you are. Um, and it was very not so user friendly. It required a lot of training. And I remember when I first started there, I was asking a million questions. And then when I started teaching classes, I needed to know even more. And it was just not intuitive. This is intuitive. So you're getting a view of Schoology and a view of our Screencast-O-Matic that's happening. It's recording right now as I'm speaking. It's pretty exciting. The reason I used this device is because I was talking with a colleague of mine about how to differentiate for a lesson I was trying to create. And she suggested that I go through the lesson with the kids using this and doing it online so they could see exactly where they're supposed to click, how they're supposed to fill out the document, walk through update or uploading it into the assignment. And so that's where I got the idea to do it with you guys. So this is my first time using it. And this is our Schoology webpage. As I said, I work at Achievement House Cyber Charter School, which you can see our logo up here in the corner. So just some basics I'll go through with you. It looks a lot like Facebook, right? So that's one of the reasons that drew us to this program, because we thought the kids could relate to it and it would be easy for them to find what they're looking for, because it's set up so much like a feed on Facebook. As you can see, I'm on my home screen right now, and it looks a little bit different from a student's perspective. For me, since I'm a teacher and also an administrator, I see everything that is posted. And you'll see here there's a post from me to our special education department, because I recently did a transition update for them relating to the 5 questions that are going to be in the transition grid. I don't know if that's happening in any of your states, but in Pennsylvania, it's now going to be built into the IEP. So I did a training on Friday and last Tuesday, and I'll do a follow-up training this coming Tuesday. So that's why that's there. Also, you'll see on the left-hand side here, I have all these things: grade books, mastery schedule, calendar, messages. There's 2 places you can view your messages, over here on the left, or if you take a look up here to the right, there's an envelope. That's another place where you can check your messages. And there's just all this other stuff. OneLogin SSO, our students use a lot. They all have their username and password stored here in the different sites that we use. And I'll show you what my OneLogin looks like. It's not as hefty as the students. I don't have as many programs available to me. So these are ones that I use as a teacher. We use the NWEA for MAPS testing twice a year. We have access to our email very quickly. Achieve 3000 I use weekly for my transitions class. Overdrive is our online library that we just got this year. And BrainPop covers almost every subject, and they're fun videos that we incorporate into our lessons for the kids. So that's what OneLogin is. And the kids have many more. And they just have to click on them, and they don't have to worry about logging in. It just takes them directly to that site. PowerSchool, down here in the bottom left, takes us directly to our grade book. Oh, and it's coming up access denied. Interesting. Probably because I'm not logged into PowerSchool. That's neat. I discovered something new while I was showing this to you. Very cool. So I'll click on courses because that's the next thing that I want to show you that our students see. So from my perspective, these are the courses that I teach. I co-teach English in the Workplace. These two, Admin 101 and Extend Your Classroom to the Cloud, those are just public things that people have access to. We have a faculty lounge where we store things that only faculty have access to. Graduation project as a class for our seniors to present, and since I'm a senior advisor, I have access to the grad project class. And it's not really a class, it's sort of an independent asynchronous thing, but the kids can find all the information they need in this class here, and also to upload their grad project. This is my homeroom. We don't really do a lot in homeroom, but I can, any message I want to get along to my homerooms, I can post there, my homeroom students. They're also my caseload, my special ed caseload. I also teach middle school transitions. The only reason I'm in independent courses, math and reading and writing fundamentals, is because I have kids in those classes, and so I like to check up on them and see what they're doing. So I teach middle school transitions, and the other one I teach is Transitions 1, which is junior high, 9th and 10th grade. In the fall, I taught Transitions 2, which was 11th and 12th grade. Oh, and I also host the work study class. This is not a class that is taught. There's just a weekly check-in with the kids. They have to blog how many hours they work that week so they can earn credit for work study. And the main office is a place where students can go to get help with their teachers. We have a drop-in center where the teachers come to meet with the kids. Oh, it's not letting me scroll. Oh, there it is. So they can click on Blackboard Collaborate, which is how they get to their live class. And they can meet with their teachers to have help sessions. All the teachers have office hours. My office hours are from 2 to 4, Tuesday through Friday, every week. It's also a place where they can find other information, like our upcoming Hershey Park field trip. We had a concert most recently where the kids send in video clips of them playing music, and our music teacher put it all together in a compilation. It was pretty cool. We have a student crisis center where the teachers or students and parents can get information. We have our Innovation Academy, which is really neat. That's something new this year too. We had a lot of new initiatives this year, and this is a really cool one, bringing technology in many different facets to the students so they can explore different options for post-secondary education or careers. There's an attendance office. Parents can submit their absent notes here for kids who miss a day. Lots of other information, as you can see. We have a parent resource room, the principal's office, nurse's office, important numbers to call if you need help. There's also a special education office, a school library. I showed you the one login link for that. We had a virtual science fair. So as you can see, there's lots of things happening here. We also have a student showcase, which is, as it says, a virtual bulletin board for displaying student work, and the kids have really enjoyed that. So I'll go back to one of my transition courses. Let's try Transition 1. So this is what my classroom looks like, my virtual classroom. At the very top of the page, I have my contact information, when my office hours are. They can email me, text me, call me in the office. I have a Welcome to Transitions folder, which has additional information, the syllabus, class expectations, plagiarism policy, and finally my, my bibliography. I have a Keystone Save the Date on it, so these kids know that it's coming up. And they probably are aware because all of their classes are preparing for it now. So each week we create a video, and it's just a really quick note to say what's happening this week. So there's me. Here's our video for last week. We only had 2 days of school. I'll play it for you. It's only 39 seconds.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. This week you only have 2 assignments. Impact volunteering is the very first one, which is a super cool video on how you can take a vacation and have fun and help people in the process. And the only other thing you have to do this week is an Achieve article, and then have fun. Spring has sprung, spring break is here. I want you to have a relaxing, enjoyable time with your family and friends, and don't think about school for 6 whole days. Have a great week.
So that was my video to my kids. We start off each week going through just a really quick synopsis of what their week is going to look like. It kind of helps them get ready. We post that every Monday morning by 8 a.m. And then underneath that are the assignments for the week. So last week was a short week because we had Easter break. So they only had 2 assignments. One was Impact Volunteering, and one was the Achieve 3000, which they do every week. I want to show you what a typical assignment looks like. So this is what it looks like for me. I'll do a preview for you. So they have instructions, watch the video, and then answer the questions that follow. This is actually a really cool video, but it's long. I won't show it to you. But the kids watch the video first, and then they click Start New Attempt. And this is I've also included the video on this page too, because last year when we were using Moodle, we could only put the video on a separate page, but using Schoology now, we can put it in the page with the questions, so the kids can go back and forth and refer to the video. The more times they watch the video, the better, because the better, the more times they're getting the information. So I added it here too. And I sent them a little note that they have to click on Show Instructions. So then they can watch the video again, and then there's questions that follow. Match the benefits of volunteering. Who said it is one of the beautiful compensations of life that no man can sincerely help another without helping himself? And then, of course, I usually have at least one question where they have to write. I don't have too many restrictions on the writing because I don't want to limit the kids, but I also don't want to put them in a box and say you have to write 5 sentences. This is not an English class, but I do want them writing more. The more they write, the better they become at it. And so I really just want them to get their thoughts on paper or on the computer. So please briefly tell me what the quote in question 2 means to you. So they have to think a little bit about what that quote means. Some of them might actually be honest and say, you know what, I didn't understand it, which is great because then that opens up a discussion. So when I see them in live class next Thursday, if I see a lot of kids that responded to that way, then that would spark a discussion in our virtual class. So I'm going to go back here to my home page. I'm not actually going to take the quiz. But then I want to show you just a few other things. You saw all the things that I have on the left side of the page. I have this little section here called Course Options, and these are things that I can do within the course just to change it. One of the things I use a lot is this Send Message, where I can send a message to everyone in the class in one click, as opposed to using the message board up here where I click on New Message and then I have to pick and choose who I want to send it to. Over here we have reminders. The students do too, and they also have upcoming work posted under here if there's work to do. Now I'm not seeing anything because we only had a 2-day week last week, and later today I'll go ahead and post stuff for this coming week. The kids still have off today, so technically I have till 8 in the morning, but I know that kids have already messaged me and they're online working to get ahead. So I'll post stuff today so they have it ahead of time. I do want to show you really quickly the perspective from a student. So I opened an incognito window here, and you'll see that it looks a little bit different. This is Johnny Appleseed. He is our mock student.